If you are new around here, please smash that like button. Please let me know you're enjoying the content. And without any further ado, let's get into the new video. So 2020 for the Hawthorn Football Club was 15th with 5 wins, and Hawks did what the Hawks do. At the start of the year, they tactically outmastered sides, stifled them, and showing up Brisbane and Tigers in that first 3 rounds with displays of fluid football that was synonymous really with an Alistair Clarkson run side. However, their mid-year form was kind of where the damage was done, being one of the sides that was really, in all honesty, seemed to suffer from the hub situation. Some major positives though for the Hawks, one of which was Tom Mitchell, the ball magnet himself. He returned and played the full year without any issues, and Will Day really had a breakout year for them, showing the signs that Hawks have got some talent coming through their ranks. Another new recruit, Sam Frost, really was steady and reliable down the back. And Gunston and Bruce, they were back to their routine business, leading the team in goal assists per game and goals. They were capable, really, of moving forward. They'll be happy with what they've got there. A host of names have come and gone, but they have also recruited well. Cal Hartigan will be a real good backstop, particularly in the absence of James Sicily. And Tom Phillips gives them some width, a running machine, a ball magnet himself, and he likes the snag. That really suits the Clarkson kick-heavy philosophy. 2021 then, what does it hold? For me, it may have been a disappointing year last year, but I actually think it wasn't that bad for them. They did blood a lot of youngsters, and I think Gunston firing against the odds, really, when they were one of the lowest ranked sides for inside 50s and marks, is a major positive for me. They blooded a lot of youngsters such as Hannaran, Cousins, Morrison, Day and Greaves, and have skills around the park and all across their lines that can really hurt opposition. Tactically they're sound, and the addition of a two-way runner like Tom Phillips complements the inside skills of your Mitchells and your O'Mearas and allows them an outlet ball to really relieve a bit of pressure and also hit a bit of a run and stun into their game. They're tactically very hard to break down, and if they get the best out of players like Chad Wingard and get Mitchell Lewis really firing, they're going to have that really talent that could break the 8. Some cohesiveness issues though for me with Shields, Warple and O'Meara. It needs to be a way of playing together. We know how good Warple particularly was in O'Meara's and Mitchell's absence a couple of years ago. Need to find that form again. If they can, they're going to be in with a shout, but when you've got Clarkson, you're already in with a shot. Ones to watch then, let's have a look. Will Day, 15.6 touches last year, 4.4 marks, 1.4 tackles and 0.1 goals. He was an absolute staple of that side and really showed some promising signs. He's a good user, he looks to impact very quickly, he takes the game on, he's everything that you want in a young midfielder. I'm really excited about this type of player. He can slot across everywhere as well. You saw him at times last year, he did drop back and he dropped ahead of the ball. He's got a lot of talent. He's definitely the future of that football club and someone that I would get really excited about if I was a Hawthorn fan. The other guy we're going to touch on is Tom Phillips. 22.1 touches in his career, 5 marks, 2.4 tackles and 0.5 goals. And one thing that will particularly be happy for Clarkson is he's very kick heavy, very kick intuitive. He also likes to pop up around the ground as marks as well. He's that very good link player, very good cog, very good like link player coming out of the back. And also for the final 50, which is sometimes where, as we know, with our inside 50 count, they do struggle from. He looks to launch quite early as well, which will suit the running patterns of players like Mitch Lewis and Hannaran. And also it plays into Gunston, who likes to drop deep and find the ball. Someone that I think will be very integral if the Hawks are going to jump into that 8. He's a guy that I'd be looking out for and keeping a close eye on. James Warple is another guy that is no stranger to Hawthorn fans, and he's a guy that really excites me. If you look at the years as well when he wasn't around, when Mitchell wasn't around, top 10 per tackles per game, he was a stoppage specialist, 22.2 disposals, 2.8 marks, 4.8 tackles and 0.3 goals. He's an absolute jet. He's got the numbers. If you can rediscover that form, and there's got to be a way that you can play them. I do think he was someone that really broke out when Mitchell wasn't there, and obviously he's taken a secondary role because Tom Mitchell is Tom Mitchell. You need to find that happy medium. It's kind of a little bit like the Brayshaw Oliver effect at Melbourne. You need to find a way to play them, and if they can unlock that key, which Clarkson should be able to, he's an absolute jet of a footballer. what's a success? When you're Hawthorn, obviously you always have your mind on finals, and why shouldn't you? Although, on the outside, many think that they can't do it, and last year was a disappointment. I think that's a victim of their own unique high standards, because it was probably the best they could do in the situation. I suspect Clarkson as well, more than anyone, understands how the negative implications of COVID were, and these issues will have been addressed. I think if they can find a way of getting the trio of Worpel, Mitchell and O'Meara to gel, especially given Worpel was so dominant as we've touched on in Mitchell's absence, they can really find a target deep as well. Mitch Lewis we know has talent, Hanahan has shown signs, and Cozzy has been phenomenal in pre-season. They'll definitely fancy themselves. I've currently got them 10th to 14th, but I wouldn't be surprised to see them higher than that. That's Hawthorn Football Club then. Let me know what you'll think if you are a Hawker. If you're not, let me know. Do you like the Hawks or do you not? I'm kind of a guy that enjoys watching them play, to be honest. Till next time, I'm out.